Okay, so I found a 93 Dodge Club Cab, Cummins turbo diesel. And I don't have the bed yet. There's the cab. The bed, the tailgate, bumpers, all that stuff is still coming. I just didn't have room for it on the trailer when I brought this back. Got $1,000 on this one. It's not perfect. I was looking at some other Club Cab Dodge trucks that were basically, perfect sheet metal wise and everything, but the cheapest one I could find is $3,000. And then I was gonna have to swap the cab anyway and scrap the rest of the truck. So for $1,000, this was a much better way to go, even though this one does need more work. This needs body work, but I can do body work and save $2,000. So that's what I decided to go ahead and do. Plus, this is a four-wheel drive. It's virtually the same thing as the truck that I'm going to be restoring over there. That's a 92. This is 93. No changes at all. Both the same power plants, transmissions, transfer cases, axles, everything identical. But this one has a blown motor. It dropped a valve. Someone abused it. It's hard to believe you can abuse a Cummins that bad. But someone did. Someone found a way. They're always pushing it. And I'll show you that in a minute. So overall, this was pretty complete. I just don't have everything here. The guy was starting to take it apart and part it out when I found it. So I got everything. I don't have it all sitting here. Driver's door is a little wavy, and it's going to need some work. It's not too bad. I should just take a couple hours of body work, get that straightened out, and then primer. And the bed's probably the worst part of this truck, and I don't have it here to show. I'll video it when I get it, but it's pretty rough, but it's fixable. It's original, and there's no rust or anything in it. It's just on the passenger side, it's got a pretty big dent in it, and then the back of it's okay. It's got a dent up on the roof, a couple of small dents up on the roof I'll fix. A little bit of rust going on up there, but it's light surface rust, so no problems there. And this had a utility bed on it. Is the reason the bed's not on it. It had a utility bed which was taken off, and I was able to purchase it with the original bed. So don't really care about the brackets they moved around or anything. That doesn't matter. Cab's pretty complete. It's got bucket seats. It's gray, which matches the other truck I'm doing. That's really nice. Dash, trim, everything's here. Needs a new headliner. Haven't bought one of these trucks yet that didn't, so no surprises there. It's got all the jump seats in the back, all the plastic, all the trim, power door locks, power windows, everything works. Just needs to be gutted, cleaned up, put back together. Oh, while I'm in here, we'll look at the reason why this is a $1,000 truck. Feast your eyes on a dropped valve and what damage and carnage it does to the best of motors. This engine, I don't know what the guy that owned it was thinking. Had the wrong injectors in it, and these things make most of their power between 1800 and 2000 RPM, which for me is plenty of power. I've got a Bully Dog fuel pin in my other one, which is enough, about 80 horsepower. I'm not sure how much torque, but and that's plenty. But this person decided to put in a 3200 RPM governor spring, and looks like they floated the valve. Maybe pulling something, I'm not sure, but why you people think you got to rev a Cummins to get power out of it, unless you're really building a Cummins motor with injectors and pumps, and you're really going all out, which is hard to do on this first generation motor anyway. There isn't a whole lot you can do, but one of them is you can increase the RPM up to 3200 RPMs, and I have a feeling that that's what happened here, a combination of things, and that was definitely one of them. Really a bonehead move, and you see the results. I just tore it up. But everything else is here. It's an AC motor. It's all good, nice and clean, actually. This motor likely it was doing great. Everything was awesome in here until somebody had to go and mess with the fuel pump. Don't do it. Don't recommend it. Hood straight. Got a little dent right there on the bumper. A few little dings in the driver's or passenger door. Now back here's where it starts getting ugly. That's on the corner of the club cab. That's not so bad, but then when you see the this side of the factory bed that came on this thing, you'll see what I'm talking about. Guy says he rubbed up against a tree. When you see it, I'll let you decide. Looks like a lot more of than a rub to me, but I'll straighten it out and fix it. You can't get bed sides for these anymore, and I can straighten it a lot cheaper than I can try and find another bed for it. So I'll just work with what I've got. It even came with these nice steps, like my other 93. And overall, I'm real happy with it, especially for the price and the other things I was looking at. So that cab is going on that chassis, which runs fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's just the cab is toast on that thing. Roll over and hit a tree. It's a mess. I did a video on that one before. And then hopefully what I'm going to end up with is something like my 93 single cab over here. So that's the plan. Stay tuned.